Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Boys and Polos podcast. My name is Paul and I'm here with
Gavin, and season 2, episode 2.
Let's go.
Back at it. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of scary stuff for the Premier League.
Yes,
including
indeed.
He's back.
Ronaldo.
He's back. Back again. Bro, this is not gonna be good.
This
for
is very good for United.
But so agenda for today, we got scores around the ground, hot and not, overreaction, underreaction, Cristiano Ronaldo edition. We'll get to that a little bit later. Big news, it's back. Big news is back, and we talk about some international games and transfers.
Yep.
And then we got the look ahead. Spoiler alert, I kind of killed you last time.
No, you kind of destroyed me with your predictions.
Yeah, let's start with the scores around the grounds.
Let's get it. First game of the week.
The best game of the week.
Absolute demolishing of Arsenal. 5-0 City.
Wow,
Arsenal 0. Yeah. 5 for City. Arsenal 0. Arsenal are yet to score. Arsenal are yet to score.
The only team yet to score. The only team, actually not the only team with a -9 goal differential, but the only one that didn't score with a -9 goal differential, because Norwich, who has a -9 goal differential, hey, they scored a goal. Yes, it was a PK. Yes, it was a PK, but they still scored.
They scored, yeah. Like, come on.
Arsenal fans, you're on relegation watch. You're on relegation watch.
You are.
This is no longer a joke. You are actually on relegation watch with the way you're playing.
Honestly, they could be. Like, if I'm being like very honest, they'll be on relegation if they tie or lose against Norwich this week.
Yeah,
if
definitely.
If you guys don't beat Norwich this week,
if they don't beat Norwich, I mean,
then you guys are on relegation watch. Okay.
I mean, I had them predicted 13th. You had them predicted 14th. We might be wrong. We might be wrong.
A lot lower.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna be wrong on a couple things. I had Brighton finishing 11th. But yeah, but we had an interesting table. I'm looking back at it now, but yeah, Arsenal fans, I'd be scared. I'd be scared. I know it's scared. I know it's early into the season. We're only 3 games in, but I'd be scared. I'd be scared. And you know, if this was Spurs in this position, Arsenal fans would be all over us.
Oh yeah. They would be killing you.
I'd be, and it's not just Arsenal fans, it's everybody.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's clowning Arsenal. People aren't even clowning Arsenal at that point. They're just like, they're just like sad.
Yeah, it's just like, sorry.
They're just like, we're sorry, Arsenal fans.
Let's move off Arsenal, because we're gonna get back around to them later. Spoiler alert, they're in the not category today. Newcastle 2, Southampton 2. Yeah, pretty basic game.
Yep.
I mean,
nothing much to say there.
I think that's a result both sides can come away with and be happy with. Taking a point, especially against a team of similar caliber, I think that's fine. Because I think for the lower teams, it's all about just getting the wins against the teams below you.
Yeah, exactly.
And against teams, and you'd be happy with the tie against a team that's the same, that's like relatively the same to you or better. Because taking a point in those games is really crucial coming down the stretch.
Yeah, exactly. Like it just they really need to get the points where they can. It's not like they're not like you have to win every game, but like get points when you can squeeze points out.
Yep.
Next game, Everton 2, Brighton 0.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by Everton this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Everton's
been playing well.
I like Demarai Gray a lot. Like I saw him back when he played for Leicester, and he wasn't as impressive as he is now. He's playing really well, and it's kind of scary. He's like really, really good. Yeah,
I mean, Everton's they're in great form right now. Brighton, I thought, was actually going to have a chance in this game because Brighton is lockdown defense. Everton's squeaked 2 by them, and I think that's even still, that's a fine result for Brighton. Because once again, like those teams that are fighting for in the bottom half, like you just take whatever points you can get. And I know they didn't get a point here, but like closer games against better teams, that's improvement. Because last year I think Brighton wouldn't. I think that's a 3-0, 4-0 game not
Yeah.
2-0.
Keep that goal difference low, you know? Like
Yeah.
keep it you don't want to get a negative
Don't
one.
be West Brom. Don't be West Brom. That's
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
West Brom couldn't score, and they also let up the most goals in the league.
Yeah,
But,
that was
yeah.
moving on. We got
Next
West
up,
Ham.
the
2.
most disappointing game of the week, honestly.
West Ham 2, Palace 2. Wow.
Yeah. Ew.
Very ill. How did West Ham draw against Palace? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a bit concerning in itself, but you know what? Everybody slips up once in a while. We can't like
Yeah.
it's not like they don't and nobody like makes mistakes, yeah. But like
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of expected a bit more.
Definitely. I thought they would definitely take that game. I think Palace is, like I said, I want to look back again. I have Palace getting relegated.
Really?
Like Southampton,
Wow.
Palace, Norwich are my relegation teams.
Okay.
So
Bold.
yeah,
I mean, the
it's
one
looking
good
like
thing.
Southampton's playing a lot better. Norwich seems to be a safe bet. Palace is. I just thought they didn't have the talent, but if you can grind out points, like we've said so
Yeah,
many
like might
times
as
in this
well.
episode, if you can grind out points against good teams, you're in a really good spot. Because guess what? A lot of those teams won't get that point in that situation.
Yeah, the only good thing that came out of that West Ham game is that Mikel Antonio got another goal and an assist, and I have him on my fantasy team. So
yeah,
no.
I wish I tried making a trade for him. My team is just not looking good.
My team is all right. I'm not gonna lie. I have a
Yeah.
pretty nice team, so I'm happy with it. Mikel Antonio doing well. Maybe we'll do an episode announcing our teams or whatever. But all right,
I don't know if I want to put my team public though. My team's pretty bad. I'm in one of those. It's sort of like a dynasty league. We did the same teams as last year, and it's so bad. It's so bad. My team is just like my first round picks. I had the 12th pick in my league, so I had 12 and 1 in the second round, and I had Zaha and Jimenez.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and I have Tammy Abraham, who's not in the league anymore. My team's rough, but moving on.
Yeah. Where are we?
Leicester 2, Norwich 1. Hey, Norwich scored.
Norwich did score, so
they scored.
Can't really say much there.
I mean, Leicester. Actually, we don't know what's going to happen with Norwich. We don't know if they're really that bad of a team, because look at their opening schedule.
Yeah, their opening schedule has been.
They played a Liverpool, Man City, and Leicester.
They have been so unlucky. Like.
Yeah, but hey, that's games later. Like.
Yep.
Play those teams.
I mean, Leicester. We knew they were going to win. It's like pretty obvious. Yeah. Norwich actually pulled out a goal, so impressive for Norwich. Bad on Leicester for that, to be honest.
That was a close game until late. Yeah, I mean, that was a really close game. And then Leicester got a late goal to give them the win. But
honestly, just great play by Norwich. I mean, you're keeping off a team like Leicester for that long. Good job. Yeah. Good on you.
Impressive.
Moving on. Villa 1. Brentford 1.
I think again, I mean, we've said so many times, I don't want to keep saying it, but like, that's a good result for both teams. Like, that is a solid result for both teams.
But I feel like Villa wanted that more. I feel like they definitely like Villa. If you had to pick a team to win that, it would be Villa. So
I mean, yeah.
I don't know, but didn't Buendia? I heard Buendia had like a ridiculous goal.
Yeah, it was. Oh my! Look it up. It was a awesome goal. Buendia had a bang.
I'm watching it right now. Okay, wait. Let's see this. Ooh, okay. Buendia. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was nasty.
I mean, I did say Buendia was going to be a big part of his Villa team, and hopefully he settles in.
Yeah, but
next up, we got Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1.
Reece James, come on, man!
red card. I mean, he clearly slapped the ball. I mean, you can't deny it. He did slap the ball. But
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't even think he was like trying to do it, but I think with the way it hit him, like it hit him sort of like right on the inner elbow,
yeah.
and I think when it hit him there, his arm kind of moved forward, and it looked like he kind of slapped it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a tough situation, and
Yeah,
because of the rules, it has to be a red card. So
yeah,
that
because I
I don't
mean,
know. Oh,
Chelsea dominated that game in my opinion. I think
yeah, and they
I
held off for like
yeah
how long? They held on for like
yeah
more than
like
a half
Chelsea
against
that was
against Liverpool.
yeah. I mean, horrible job by Henderson. Did you see that?
What? No. What happened?
He completely missed. Like, so ball
Actually?
got played in. Tremendous ball got played in. He's on the far side, making him run in. Nobody near him. Tries to like take a one-time volley shot. Hits it like straight across, like just straight
Oh
across.
my
Not
God.
even close. Like,
That's very tough for Liverpool.
yeah. But Liverpool, it's just like that.
Wow.
That they didn't look too good, and I think
I mean,
Liverpool. If you take that play out of the game, I think
Chelsea
Chelsea
win.
dominates. I think they win
Yeah.
3-0.
I mean,
I think they win 3-0.
Salah, they only scored on that pen because of the red.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. And like I get the rule is that it's a red card. I was just so surprised when it happened. Like I wasn't thinking red card. I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna give him a pen.
yeah, exactly. The red card, it was just surprising. Like, according to the rules, yeah, it has to
Yeah.
happen. But still,
Mhm.
like,
That was I was going crazy. I was like I was watching that game and holy crap, that was insane.
all right. Next game, we got Burnley 1, Leeds
It's
1.
disappointing result for Leeds.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
come
really
on.
disappointing.
Bad start to
Burn,
the season, to be honest, for Leeds. Really
Burn,
bad.
yeah, they have not looked well, but with the addition of Daniel James,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see how they play. Daniel James, you know what? I'll tell that story later. I'll tell that later. But that crazy story with Daniel James.
All right. Next game,
The
Tottenham
best
1,
game of the week. Tottenham
Watford
won,
0.
Watford nil. Tottenham, the only team with 3 wins. The only
Yeah.
team that has yet to allow a goal.
Yeah.
we are 3-0 with 3 1-0 wins.
That goal was beyond lucky. That
Hey,
was
well,
the
they caught
luckiest
the keeper
goal
napping, and
ever. Oh my
I do
God.
think if that it was poorly played by the keeper,
Well,
but I
yeah.
think after that Tottenham sort of just sat back, and
Yeah.
I think they would have kept pressing because that's sort of their style. But I mean, the defense, surprisingly, Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez have started to play better since Romero arrived.
Yeah.
But
They have some competition with Christian Romero, and now they want to play. So,
and with the addition of Emerson Royale,
yeah, that'll be even
that's gonna
scarier for them.
that's now the defense is now you got Tanganga, Regulon, Aurier, and Emerson fighting it out for those 2 outside back spots.
Yup. It's going to be scary. Oh, did Brian Gill play?
Yes, he got in the game late.
Oh,
I think he
damn.
did.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
did
he
he
came on
yeah,
the 80th minute, 88th
yep,
minute.
he came in. Who did he sub in for?
Son,
Yeah, they took out Son Lay and Brian Gill played.
that's
I think
cool.
that's a three-headed monster. If you got Son Kane and Brian Gill all in,
If Brian Gill
like
performs.
that's a three-headed monster.
Damn.
But
Okay, I didn't even know that. All right.
yeah,
Moving on to a very good game. Man United won, Wolves nil.
yeah,
I'll be honest, Man United did not play the way they wanted to.
no,
But
but
Mason Greenwood put the team on his back, got
yeah,
that brilliant finish. I love Greenwood. He
it
is a
sets.
very good, very, very
He,
good player.
yeah, he's a fantastic player, but he might not. He's gonna be scrapping for playing time when Ronaldo
He
comes
will.
back.
Yeah. But
Rashford requested a transfer. Didn't get it, but he requested a transfer.
he did?
He's not going to play with Ronaldo there.
Still. Okay.
He wants to play.
Wait, what?
Like,
Where'd you hear this? I need to know if it's true.
thought it was CBS Sports, but I was
Oh shit,
watching.
really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But I mean, that was crazy. But yeah, I mean, crazy
Uh,
game.
Crazy game and very well played by Greenwood.
And I don't know how often like you've got so many talented players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so they say you can never have too much talent, but in a way you can, because
Oh
then you've
yeah.
got so many guys. Like that's just gonna ruin the locker room.
I feel like Greenwood will get his time based on how he's played this season. What, like 3 goals in 3 games? Pretty nasty for like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
But Rashford will also earn his playing time. Martial is going to get sold, in my
Mm,
opinion. So it's really just going to be like Greenwood, Rashford, and Sancho competing for that winger, one of the wing spots, you know?
yeah.
Also, I don't think, I mean, Ronaldo's, I don't know how old he is. I mean, they're
Ronaldo's a lock for the next 2 years. He's not leaving.
the medical said that he could play at the same level for another like 4 years because his body
Yeah.
is like the body of a
He,
24-year-old.
yeah.
So
Thinking back, if you've watched the Champions,
yeah,
that
yep.
animated series, I last year I went to the doctor and they said I have body of 23-year-old.
I'm
This
getting
year I go
old.
to doctor. They say I have the body of 24-year-old. I'm aging.
Oh my God.
But
Yeah, I don't know. If Ronaldo does play every game, I'll be impressive. I don't think he will. I feel like he'll ride the bench for a few games. Like
they
he
said
might
his
be like a
debut is
little
happening versus
rotational.
Newcastle
Yeah, that's for
on the
sure.
11th.
But like he might be a rotational player instead of like just that one man up front. Because I feel like when they play against like when you're playing your Norwiches, when you're playing your Arsenals, you can take Ronaldo off and let him have a little bit of rest. But
I don't know about that because I think he's Ronaldo and
he
I
is
think
Ronaldo. Yeah,
he's
obviously.
he's
But
Ronaldo. His,
we'll see. We'll see.
you
We'll
know
see.
what?
We'll
We
see.
got an entire segment dedicated to talking about Ronaldo. So
Yeah. All right, let's move
we
on.
get time.
New, not new section, but
Oh,
next section. Hot
hot and not.
and not.
So the hot, it's not a player, it's not a team, it's not a person. It's big
Transfers.
transfers. It's big transfers. We had so many huge transfers happen. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
We got Ronaldo to United, obviously. We got Saul out of Atletico on a loan to Chelsea.
Yeah, that was last minute.
I think that was making room for the Griezmann transfer. I think they were making some money happen. They're getting some money free. Emerson, obviously we talked about before, to Spurs. Daniel James to Leeds, talked about that before. Adamola Lookman to Leicester.
Yes.
So if you guys do remember, only the OGs of the OGs
Of course.
will remember one of our first not players, maybe even the first, one of our first not players was Adamola Lookman when he tried to Panenka PK for Fulham with in the 90th minute with like 2 minutes left in the whole game, and he tried a Panenka in a tied game.
Completely fluffed it.
I
completely.
believe against West Ham. The goalie like dove, stood up, and caught it.
Oh my God.
Like it was awful. And now, so Lookman's story, he was at Everton. Then he went to Leipzig in 2019. Then he got sent on loan to Fulham for 2020. Then he went back to Leipzig, and he's only made 13 appearances for Leipzig before they sent him to Leicester. With I believe it's a loan with an option to buy at the end.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I like the way he played at Fulham. I mean, he had literally no help. It was just him versus the Premier League. But
yeah,
you know what?
He had Cavallero, but that's about it.
He played fairly well. I want to see what he does at Leicester. I hope he gets time.
Yeah, because I mean, you have a much better forward next to you, like and Jamie Vardy than Ivan Cavallero.
And you've got a way better team to support you, to feed you, everything.
A much better manager.
Brendan Rodgers, one of the best.
Yeah. So, and I know it's not the Prem, but I got to talk about my favorite all-time player. Grisou is back to Atletico. He's
Antoine.
for those of you that do not know, I am I am a diehard Atletico fan. I have been since Griezmann left Sociedad. I just loved him as a player. He's my favorite player all time
Word.
because I am not a very tall person.
Griezmann.
And Griezmann, his story is like he didn't have the measurables. Like he wasn't super tall. He wasn't super fast. He didn't have many of the athletic traits, but his skill and vision made him one of the best in the game.
Yep. Easy.
Like there was a time when he was on Atletico, when he was in that conversation for top 3 players in the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Like,
he was a monster at Atletico. Hopefully, he can
yeah.
return to that
And
form.
now they got a 3-headed monster in João Felix, Luis Suarez, and Griezmann. So we'll see though, because that's gonna be interesting with Suarez and Griezmann, because they weren't like the best of teammates. But I know Griezmann's loved Atletico, I think, and adding it's like giving a loaded handgun to an insane person. Like that
Exactly.
they gave Griezmann to the defending champs for basically nothing, like they did Suarez.
They literally bought him for more than they gave him away.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest business I've ever seen.
Yeah. But I think that was kind of desperate for Barca, and I think with the option to buy at the end, they gotta buy him back. They gotta. He's your franchise player. He was your franchise player.
Yeah, it's kind of
If only we get Diego Godin back, then we've got the God Squad.
OG Atleti.
So we did promise to talk about Daniel James, but Daniel James. So he went to Leeds. He was on United. So Daniel James was on Swansea City when Leeds was back in the Championship.
Yep.
Swansea was in the Championship. Daniel James was tremendous player. They had a deal completely worked out with Leeds, so he would go from Swansea to Leeds, and the deal fell through. Daniel James wanted to play for Leeds. He'd been trying to get to Leeds for so long, and
he took a detour to Man United, which
he took a detour to Man United before.
That's pretty nice.
But back in the Championship, when Leeds played with Swansea, the Leeds fans were yelling. This was like a week after the deal fell through, and they were like, Daniel James, he wants to be Leeds. Like, just shouting that the whole time. And now he's finally there. He's come home to Leeds. But he is perfect for Marcelo Bielsa's offense.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. He is the best fit you can get.
Yeah.
High press.
He's a burner.
Speed of a demon. Like, this man.
He's only challenged by really Mbappe in speed in the world.
Yeah.
That man is so fast.
He is insane. It's insanity how fast he is.
Yeah.
If he can work on his touch and everything else besides his speed, you got a hell of a player.
And now moving on from the hot to the not. We talked about it earlier. Reece James, red card. It gave Liverpool the draw and forced Chelsea to play a really tough game in which they probably should have won. Like, they really should have.
Yeah. I mean, disappointing, honestly.
And then,
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then Arsenal, too. I mean, dead last, have yet to score. -9 goal differential.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel really bad for all Arsenal fans out there. I no longer want to clown you. Okay. It just feels like bullying when I clown you. So I'm sorry, Arsenal.
At this point, I feel bad. You know, when I was younger, I had a Arsenal Alexis Sanchez jersey.
Oh no! As a Tottenham fan,
that was before I was a Tottenham fan. This was when I was really young, so it was before I chose because I loved Alexis Sanchez as a player.
Yeah,
because he's so great, and now it's just like before I've held that jersey over the fire, and now it's just sort of like I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry it had to be this way.
Oh man, it's sad to see Arsenal, honestly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Especially, that's a team that's never been relegated.
Yeah, and
there are very few teams that have never been relegated. Spurs, United being some of them. I believe the other teams are Everton, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal.
If Arsenal get relegated, there are going to be huge problems in London.
Yeah.
Huge.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is bad enough.
That's gonna be like Leeds at in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. It's
when they
gonna
were the
be
best team, sold out, bought bad players, and then ruined, and their club was ruined by scandals and bad management and financial mismanagement.
yep, they're gonna be screwed if they go down, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be really bad. So Arsenal, I hope you stay. Honestly,
Mhm. I
next
don't, but
section.
that was your favorite section.
Over and under reaction. Ronaldo edition.
Cristiano Ronaldo edition. We have, so here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna say a stat or an award that I think he would make.
Yep.
And we're gonna give our overreaction, underreaction. If you think that's complete overreaction and he's gonna get less, or an underreaction and you think he's gonna get a lot more.
Okay.
So I think the first one, 25 goals. I think so. Ronaldo is one of the few players ever in Premier League history to score 30 goals in a season.
Yeah.
He was also like 19 years old then.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think 25 goals is a perfect reaction.
Yeah, I think that's pretty perfect right there. I think, what did Kane end with last year? Like 23?
Yeah. I feel like Ronaldo can up that. It's
so
Ronaldo.
I think yeah, he's Ronaldo. He's the best player in the world. I don't want to get into the whole Messi versus Ronaldo debate, but I think Ronaldo is just
Ronaldo is my goat, so I don't want to hear anything else.
He's not my best player all time. That's Pele, but he's definitely top 5. He's top 5.
Okay, valid.
But I think he's the best player I've ever had the privilege of watching.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The best player I've ever had the privilege of watching, at least live.
Oh, okay.
But and then 12 assists.
Assists. How many?
I think
how many did Kane have last season?
Kane had like 15.
All right, yeah. Then I'd say overreaction. I don't think 12 assists is happening for Ronaldo. I feel like he'll get his goals, assists. I would say maybe like 6 or maybe 7.
Yeah, I would say like 8, maybe 9, but I don't think 12.
12
I think he's definitely a great playmaker, but I don't think 12 assists is happening.
I feel like Bruno will get those assists.
12 assists is reserved for Bruno, KDB, Kane. Those were the 3 last year that got up to that many.
Bruno will be pulling assists out of his ass with Ronaldo up top. It'll be nuts. It'll be left, right, and center. Assist.
Yeah.
You just got to give him the ball.
On. The Golden Boot. Will Ronaldo win the Golden Boot?
I think that's a good reaction. Perfect reaction.
I think overreaction. I think somebody's going to top him.
Word. Okay.
I think somebody's going to get like one more goal. And I think, like you said earlier, I don't know how much he's going to play like in those close games. He's getting older.
Yeah.
Still has the body of a 24-year-old. Yeah. But he's getting older. They don't want to risk injury. This is going to be so crucial to them coming down the stretch. So I think they're not going to waste him. I think they're going to use him sparingly in the beginning. I don't think he's going to be – I think he's not going to be rushed in because they don't really need to rush him in.
They don't.
So I think somebody's going to top him. I think he's going to score 25 goals. And I think it's between – for me, it's between Kane, Salah, and some other dark horse in that race that's going to get 26.
Okay. Valid.
I think it's going to be a high goal scoring season.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah, I feel like it could happen.
Mm-hmm. So, no Golden Boot for me, and then the playmaking award, we already said overreaction to 12 assists. The playmaking award is reserved for the player with the most assists. Not happening.
No.
Sorry, Ronaldo.
No chance, Ronaldo. I'm sorry, but like
that might go to your teammate Bruno.
If he does, go like sure, I'll take it, but like
there's no way.
I don't see it happening at all.
Now, will Ronaldo lead his team to the Prem title? I mean, I had them predicted to win it without Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Now it's okay. Hey, but don't forget who has the highest win percentage.
Okay.
Don't forget who's at the top of the table right now.
3 games.
But next up, we got team points
84.
at 84. So if we look back at some past winners, I believe in the 2019-20 season with Liverpool, or 2019-2020 season with Liverpool was 99 points.
Oh yeah, we could do 84. Come on.
I think, but also if you look at last year, 2020, 2021 Premier League table.
Last year was lower, but still.
I think it was 86 for Man City.
Yeah, okay. I think 84 is possible for sure.
So Man U last year ended with 74 points. So basically what we're saying is through Varane, Sancho, and Ronaldo, they're going to win 4 more games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I agree with that. I think that's definitely – I think those guys combine for more than 4. For 4 extra wins. But
so let's go. That's big dubs. Come on.
Okay, that's over Ronaldo edition. We're done with that. We can move on now. Now on to big news. We got a lot of big news. I mean, we had the international break. And we also had a bunch of transfers like we talked about. But the international break is going to be very interesting. Because we had a lot of close games, a lot of disappointing games. And, there's a couple players that can't go back to their country to play in their international games.
Really? Why?
So Salah isn't able to go back and play for Egypt because Egypt has a 16-day quarantine right now.
Oh, yeah, the Premier League said that, right?
Yeah, the Premier League said that if, depending on, how long the quarantine restrictions are, you're not allowed to go back. So Egypt is without Salah right now.
Man, that sucks.
So obviously we're American. We've got U.S. had disappointing tie last night versus El Salvador. Yep. I don't know when this episode's gonna come out, but last night, today is Friday. They tied El Salvador in El Salvador. So
difficult place though.
Yeah, if that's at home, I think that's a 4-0 game.
Yeah,
because you're lucky to get a 1-0 win in those countries. It's such a hostile environment. I mean, it's just hard to play. It's a tough place to play, and you got bad fields. You got people staying outside your hotel every night chanting.
Yeah, it's
to keep you
an
up.
awful place to play, and
it's just a dangerous place to play.
They'll do anything. Those teams do anything. Well, not the team, but their fans do anything to get them to the World Cup.
Yeah,
and it's quite ridiculous.
You had multiple police officers with riot shields.
Oh yeah,
on the field.
Oh my!
They had fences up around the field so that people didn't run and jump onto the field. It's just not a great place to play. I think a point there is fine, but you got to get the wins at home. The wins at home are going to be so crucial if the U.S. wants to make a run to the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I mean
it's going to be crucial.
10th ranked team in the world, so let's see if they can live up to that.
Yeah, let's see it. I don't think they are the 10th best team in the world. But I'd love for them to be, but there's no way they are. But now onto some UEFA games. Italy tied Bulgaria.
Yep.
1-1.
What the hell?
Horrible result from the Euro reigning champs. How? You beat England.
And then you just let that happen.
But you can't beat Bulgaria? And this isn't like a friendly where they're playing bench players and young guys. This is a World Cup qualifier. This is a World Cup qualifier. This matters.
They draw against Bulgaria. I don't understand. I'm sorry.
And then we got Sweden winning 2-1 versus Spain. Interesting game, actually. I think that's very impressive out of Sweden. I think they just don't have the team that Spain does, but Spain's still looking for that number 9. They're still looking.
Oh yeah.
They got to find a number 9. But
next,
and then we got Portugal 2-1 versus Ireland. If you saw that
exciting thing,
Ronaldo thing.
Love it. Oh my god.
That was funny. For those of you that didn't see it, Ronaldo goes to take a free kick. Places
it was a penalty. It was a penalty.
A penalty. Places the ball, and there's an Irish guy standing right next to him, kick the ball away, and Ronaldo just turns and slaps him.
Yeah, but it was a light slap, It was
Yeah.
a little love tap.
Yeah.
But
He was just like, "What are you doing?" But
Ronaldo, the penalty was saved, so it was
yeah,
1-0. After that, 1-0 Portugal. I mean 1-0 Ireland. Sorry, and then it was like 86th minute Ronaldo header, 1-1.
yep.
94th minute or something, Ronaldo header, 2-1 Portugal win.
Ronaldo redemption.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
Ireland kind of blew it.
scary.
He kind of blew it.
He's a scary lad. Be
Yeah.
careful with Ronaldo. He's still
Yeah.
lethal.
Now, another interesting game. France won, Bosnia won. So I'm actually going to defend France on this.
Go ahead.
They had a red card, and Mbappe got hurt. And
Okay.
Mbappe got hurt.
I mean, still, can't be.
Mbappe is ruled out for at least the rest of their World Cup qualifiers during this international break.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's not what you want to see for France. But in their defense, again, Bosnia is a pretty good team. They've had some very good players over the years.
They are not bad, yeah.
If you remember Dzeko.
Yep.
Dzeko, Pjanic. There's some other guys that I can't remember, but they've had some really good players over the years and are never a bad team. They seem to always make the World Cup and play well.
Impressive from Bosnia. Next game, Norway won, Netherlands won.
Haaland just willed his team. He willed his team to a tie.
Haaland is a machine, an absolute machine. I mean, after the game, what was it? I think Van Dijk told Haaland, "You broke my fingers." I think Haaland broke Van Dijk's finger.
Yeah.
He's an absolute machine.
Haaland's a beast. He is a machine. I can't wait till when he leaves Dortmund. As much as I think he's a great fit at Dortmund, when he goes somewhere, he's going to take the next step in his game and just dominate like the Prem or La Liga. He's going to dominate.
Wherever he goes,
he's going to dominate. But I don't want him to come to the Prem if it's not on Spurs because that's going to be scary. I don't feel like playing him twice a year. But yeah, Haaland, he's just a beast. He's just a beast. Like I think in that Mbappe versus Haaland debate, I'm taking Haaland.
I'm taking Haaland as well. Yeah, I think Haaland's way more impressive than Mbappe in my opinion. But
I think as great as Mbappe is, he's overrated.
All the Mbappe fanboys are gonna come at me, but I'm sorry. Haaland is nice, like really nice.
Mbappe is a fantastic player, and he's so good. He's gonna be so good in years to come. He's gonna be a beast. I think him and Haaland have the chance to become like I don't want to say Messi and Ronaldo, but I'm sort of hinting at they could get to a rivalry of that status.
Yeah.
But I just think Mbappe is hyped up a little too much. Mm-hmm. I think he had a fantastic World Cup in 2018. I think people credited him way too much with carrying that team.
Yeah,
even though you have probably the most talented team in the world at that point, with Griezmann, Pogba, Kante, like Varane is prime.
Yeah,
like that was a crazy team, and you can't just say Mbappe did it all. So I'm taking Haaland and Mbappe versus Haaland.
Next game, Denmark 2, Scotland 1.
Scotland couldn't get it done.
How are they? I mean, Denmark are a very good team. I love Denmark. Very impressed.
I can name maybe 3 players on Scotland. So
yeah, same.
Scotland.
Scott McSauce, Kieran Tierney, and Andy Robertson. There you go.
I can add John McGinn to that.
Oh, big John McGinn. Forgot about him. Who else? I can't name anymore. I tried.
And I'm Scottish too. Like I don't know.
You're Scottish.
But
actually, wait. I wanted to add one more game, which was actually pretty cool. England 4, Hungary 0. That game was nuts. But like England didn't play particularly well in the first half. They got it done.
Yeah.
They got all 4 goals in the second half. But the thing was, the Hungarian fans were ridiculous. Crazy. like abuse, like racial abuse, everything. It was nuts. They were just throwing everything at them. Like Sterling scored, and then there were people in the crowd like doing monkey gestures and like oohing and eyeing at
Wow.
him. It was
Yeah, like the only
wild.
reason I kept that game off the little list that we have was because I didn't think it was like a very close match in terms of competition.
Yeah,
But the
but
Hungarian fans, I mean,
the
tone it down
bet
a bit,
the
bro.
best part when they threw their drinks at it. What's his name?
Yeah,
Declan Rice took a
yeah,
cup that had beer in it and just started chugging it. It
yeah,
was awesome. I love Declan Rice.
yeah. That was hilarious.
Him and
But
Jack Grealish were just taking drinks that were getting thrown at them. It was awesome.
yeah, that was there. I don't want to say they're the Central American countries of Europe, but the fans were acting like it.
They were they
Mhm.
were wild, man. And they were booing when the players need at the beginning. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
you know,
it's just nasty to see, honestly.
mhm. And this isn't like so. I remember when players first started taking the kneel before the game started,
Yeah,
and I kind of stand by. So Wilfred Zaha, he stood up during that
yeah, because
because
he felt like
he felt like it was degrading to like kneel for it. Like he felt like standing up would be a much better
mhm.
salute to ending racism because it's not like it's not degrading. It's more like I'm standing up for what I believe in. Like,
Yeah, he didn't want to kneel. He just felt like it was kind of like a trend people were doing. It's like no one
yeah,
really had that meaning in it. So
yeah. It needs some extra meaning because right now it's become like a chore.
yeah, now it's like a chore
Which,
to kneel.
yeah,
Which I mean, I don't know. I appreciate it. I understand
hmm
that it is important to recognize that it is an issue that needs solving, but making teams kneel doesn't have to happen. If a
hmm
team chooses to kneel, I respect that. But the booing, no, I don't appreciate that. I don't
yeah.
think you deserve to boo. I mean,
I think
you
making
don't
it
have a right to
enforced,
boo, in my opinion.
make it. I think making it enforced sort of takes the meaning out of it.
Hmm.
Like I think it should be the player's decision to stand up for what they believe in.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that it's wrong for them to kneel. I'm just saying I think it should be the player's decision and they shouldn't be required to do it.
Yeah.
Because it becomes like a chore. It's
Hmm.
not it loses meaning. But
Exactly.
yeah, moving on. So top three deadline transfer deals for each of us. So I already have mine.
I have
Ronaldo,
mine.
Saul, and Daniel James. That's my top three. I don't
Mine.
think yeah.
I mean, you can't really say change much to that. Mine number one,
Yeah.
Ronaldo, obviously. Number two, I guess Saul. I mean, there weren't like huge ones on deadline day.
Yeah.
Three, maybe Lookman. I did like the Lookman day.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Three, Burnley got, was it Burnley? Someone picked up a striker from there's a striker from Celtic.
Oh
Was it?
yeah.
His name
Oh,
is Edward. Was it Burnley who picked him up?
might have been.
No, it was Crystal. It was
Yeah,
Palace.
Palace. I was just about to say. I think it was Palace.
Oh wait, no, I'm changing. Okay, wait. Number one, Ronaldo. Number two, Tomiyasu for Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
I really like Tomiyasu. I that was a good signing for Arsenal. Number
Mhm.
three, Edward from Celtic going to Crystal Palace. I think good business from Patrick Vieira.
Mm, yeah. And also, so if it wasn't already clear, Kane announced he was staying. I just thought I'd mention.
Why?
I just thought I'd mention it because it is big news. We didn't talk about it last time. We talked about it, but we didn't. He didn't officially announce it until after that was posted, and after we had recorded it. So he's
That,
back.
that bum couldn't have just. All
Imagine,
right.
imagine the game when Spurs plays United. Imagine that game.
It
That
will
is going to be
be.
an insane game.
I'm just waiting for Ronaldo to come out against Newcastle, and the crowd is screaming his name, and then he
Yeah.
scores a goal, and then it does and everything. Like, oh, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I'm scared of Ronaldo now. I mean, he hasn't been a threat to me all that much for my team since he left for Juve.
Exactly.
But
So,
I mean,
Woohoo.
hey, and speaking of Juve,
Woohoo.
I think Paulo Dybala gets another shot now.
Yeah, he does.
He kind
I
of got
think
buried. The
Chiesa
golden boy.
gets his chance as well.
Yeah.
Step his game and show he's a superstar.
Hmm. Because he was just coming into his prime when Ronaldo arrived and sucked the
Dybala
life
and he
out
got
of
shut
him.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. Now on to the look ahead. And I'm sorry, you kind of got destroyed this week.
I did. It
So
was not
our
fair.
old games were Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Leicester, and Leeds, Everton. So in Arsenal, Chelsea, I said 2-0 Chelsea. It was 2-0 Chelsea. You said
Yeah.
3-1 Chelsea. So you get 1 point, I get 3.
Mhm.
West
Okay.
Ham versus Leicester. It was 4-1 West Ham. I said 2-1 West Ham. You said 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah.
I get 2 points, one for the Leicester score and one for the win. You get 1 point just for choosing the correct winner.
Yes.
And then in Leeds Everton, I said 2-0 Leeds. You said 2-0 Everton. It was 2-2, so we each get 1 point.
Okay.
So final total, I have 6. You had 3.
3. Ugh.
So now here's where the wager comes into play.
Yes.
We can start wagering now. So our new games for the week are Leicester versus Man City, huge game. Liverpool Leeds, which is a big derby game.
Right.
And Arsenal versus Norwich, the battle of the worst.
Let's start with these games first before we get into our wagers.
Yeah. So Leicester versus Man City. I'm gonna go 2-0 Man City.
God damn it. I was gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna stick with it. 2-0 Man City as well for me.
Man City. I think that's a fair game. I think that's fair. Now Liverpool Leeds. I think Liverpool 3, Leeds 0.
Okay.
Sorry, Leeds fans. I just think Liverpool is in better form. And I know you're a momentum team, so yeah, I think you get that. I think early goal, and I think they get buried.
I say 2-1 Liverpool.
Wow.
I think Leeds will keep it closer.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I switched mine from the last to look ahead. I had so much faith in Leeds, and now I've completely lost hope.
Yeah, same.
But next up, Arsenal versus Norwich. I think 1-1. I think Arsenal gets their first goal. I think Pookie comes through for Norwich, and
I am not gonna lie. I was gonna say the same thing. So
yeah. I think we're sort of on the same wavelength right now.
0-0. I feel like it'll be a boring game.
It's gonna be a tie. I don't think it's
yeah.
Either side. I would see either side winning. I just don't think they're good enough.
Right now, wager time.
Okay, so I know you're gonna take Man U Newcastle because
easy. Come on.
Yeah, so I was gonna take that, but I'm gonna leave that to you. I'll take Spurs over Palace. I'm gonna wager 2. I'm gonna wager 2. Okay. I don't want to put all my chips into one spot, but I think 2 is a fair wager because if I lose and you tie, then I'm still ahead, and if I win and you bet all of yours, I'm still ahead.
Well, I might as well bet all of mine. I'm all in. I'm wagering my 3 points. My 3 points have been wagered. Please, United.
I mean, that's fair.
Ronaldo, please.
Yeah. So our other games this week, Brentford versus Brighton, Watford versus Wolves, bit of a mouthful there. Southampton versus West Ham. Am I right in saying that? I think that.
Yeah.
I'm getting second thoughts about that one. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. I was just thinking. I thought that they played them last week, and I was like, wait, did I mess up? And then we already talked about Palace versus Spurs, Everton versus Burnley, Chelsea versus Villa.
Let's get it.
Yeah. It's gonna be an awesome